And now to my guest here in the studio. Nearly 90% of people in the UAE now hold a digital-first bank account, and that number is only growing. Joining me now is Nauman Hassan, Regional Director for MENA at Paymentology and a member of MFTA. Nauman, welcome to Wall Street to MENA.
Thank you very much.
First, Nauman, neobanks operate entirely online with no physical present, no physical branches to it. What does Paymentology actually do to power, let's say, these banks?
So, those who are not aware of Paymentology, you probably might be using a card that is powered by our technology. So whether you are tapping a card in Dubai or, using Apple Pay in London or traveling using crypto card, there's a very sophisticated technology that works behind the scene. Paymentology provides that technology to neobanks, banks, fintechs, through which they can not only issue cards, but they can transact in a very secure fashion. Now, to put simply, I would say the banks are holding the customer relationships, whereas Paymentology is providing that payment experience, or maybe the infrastructure behind the payments.
You said sophisticated experience as well. Nearly 40% now of UAE's banking population is expected to have a digital neobank, let's say, account by 2027. Why is this region adapting faster than the rest of the country?
These are exciting times, and let me be very bold and say that the Middle East is not really following the trends; it is redefining them. Right. So let's face it, it's a very young population, energetic population. The smartphone penetration level is really in the high 90s. Plus, if you look at the regulator, they're very supportive. The governments are embracing technology. So these are the factors actually which is enabling consumers to look at neobanking. Just look at our lifestyle. We're ordering food. We're actually using government services. We are booking travels. So this is the need of every consumer here. So it's about frictionless payments. It's about convenience. It's about speed. And that's the reason why people are moving towards an alternate payment mechanism. So I would say, if you look at the digital bank in the UAE, the likes of Bank, right? They are winning because they are not digital bank. They're winning because they are better. Let's face it, right? So it's frictionless, it is invisible, it is better, and it is easing the life of the consumers.
Yeah. So in UAE, Liz, Wio, Yap, they're becoming big names here as we see. But how do we measure the success of a neobank?
First of all, I think there are lots of neobanks that come up. Few of them make it. When I say make it, few of them become the primary account of the consumers, that is. To be very honest, let's be very clear. Success is directly proportional to how much expectations or the requirements you are fulfilling, right? Look, there are so many apps in the if you go to any app store, if you go to any application, there's so many applications available in the stores, right? A lot of aesthetic. You don't need another one. You need an application, or you need, I would say, a financial institution that eases the life, that is actually fulfilling the requirement, that is trying to understand what is the problem that the consumer is facing, and then try to tackle that problem accordingly. And this is where, you talk about a lot of wealth management, you talk about a lot of embedded finance, they talk about PNPL. There is so much, but obviously you have to do things right. And this is, I think, the secret sauce. You just have to make sure you understand the customer expectations and try to fulfill it with ease, with convenience. And that is where success lies.
Yeah, listen to the customers and solve the problem that they already facing, maybe with traditional banks. So let's move to Saudi. Now, the kingdom's D360 Bank picked up 600,000 actually customers in under 2 months. Barq, on the other side, has over 10 million users without even being a licensed bank yet. So what is happening in Saudi right now?
You have given two good examples, Barq and D360 Bank versus a fintech, right? A wallet. I always say Saudi is the land of dreamers. They think big, right? And Saudi, the population again is big. The embracement of technologies is high. And above all, the government, look at Vision 2030, right? the government initiatives are big, and financial sector development program is actually one of the biggest pillars of Vision 2030. What is Vision 2030? They want to have, they have invested more than $2 billion. The expectation is $3.5 billion coming into the economy. 18,000 jobs being created, 525 fintechs. So obviously, if you look at the transformation, it's not just digital banking, embedded finance. There's so many things happening in parallel. And this is the reason why I think there is a lot of financial literacy. There is a lot of international companies coming in because it is getting embraced. And yes, I mean, there are opportunities and there is a good level of understanding of digital transformation.
Yeah, and it's opening up, I think, as we can see now. Now, let's go to take a look at traditional banks now. They're now also launching their new or their own digital arms, like we're seeing with Asharq as well. Mashraq Neo.
Yeah.
Do you think this is the future now? Traditional banks going digital?
I would not say a digital bank versus a traditional bank. It's not a battle. It's about good experience and bad experience, right? Let's face it, what the traditional banks, they do have trust, they do have scale, they do have the experience. The digital bank, on the other hand, they understand the customer, customer centricity, customer obsession. They have the speed, they have the convenience. And yeah, that's where probably both of them are merging. Now, if you look at the era, actually, digital banks, as you rightly said, are moving towards, looking at more conventional products, wealth management, SME financing. Whereas if you look at the likes of Mashreq and all the other traditional banks, they are looking at digitization. So it's a convergence. Let's look at the conversion. The winners will be those who actually give a better experience, a more one-stop shop. And basically, it's all about what can you provide to the consumers. You have to bring shopping closer to the consumers.
Make it easier.
Exactly. Convenient.
For them and convenient,
Yeah.
for sure. So AI also is showing up everywhere now and payments as well. What does that actually look like?
Look, AI for me, if I start by saying that AI in digital bank, I think AI should be invisible in digital bank, right? AI, people should not they should experience that it is natural. AI is not chatbots, right? It's beyond chatbots. I would say AI is more about decision making. You can embed decision making. How? For example, fraud, right? You can have better behavioral patterns. You can use AI technology to enhance your fraud management. Similarly, customer, relationships, maybe issue management, incident management. You can provide them faster, seamless options. So I would say definitely AI has a big role, and moving forward, I think it will not replace people, but it will equip people to take better decisions.
Yeah, for decision making, it's very, very important at the moment. So last question I want to end this with, where does digital banking in this region, where is it going next?
I would say I would say there are three factors when you talk about digital banking. Number one is obviously invisible payments. That's what the demand is. Intelligence, it comes with AI. Third is a convergence, right? So definitely we will see a lot of cooperation between fintechs, financial technology, for sort of, you mentioned Burke, and then there are traditional banks as well. The gap is closing. The consumer are the winners ultimately. You will get more products. Power will be on the fingertips of the consumers, and this is exciting times for the Middle East. And yeah, I think we should definitely look forward to it.
Yeah, the power with the consumers, just like
100%.
you said. Thank you so much, Nauman, for
Thank you
joining
very
us
much
today.
for having me.